This week's Record of the Week, I am joined by country artist and singer Layla Rose. Layla, how you doing today?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing really good. I know you have a couple of shows upcoming.
Mm-hmm.
You've been songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
And got a release coming. So I thought I'd take the opportunity just to let new listeners and old listeners alike get to know you a little better, okay?
Awesome.
So just a few questions. First one, where are you from?
From Gibraltar.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where's that for the listeners?
So Gibraltar is a British overseas territory besides Spain. So 4,300 miles away.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that you know the exact. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's really good.
Yeah.
What got you into music?
My dad did actually. So I
Yeah.
grew up with him having a million instruments around the house, just playing instruments every day and singing and writing songs, going to his shows. So all I ever wanted to be as a kid was my dad, and now I'm
Dude, that's
doing it.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's super sweet.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like your absolute favorite of all time or anything, or like your top 5. Just a few off the top of your head. What are some of your favorite artists? Your favorite inspirations? Yeah.
Okay, so definitely inspiration-wise, Miranda Lambert is a huge inspiration of mine.
Okay.
Since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And more recent inspirations are Lainey Wilson. I love how she's just like authentically herself and just puts herself out there that way. And then one of my all-time favorite bands is Blackberry Smoke. If I
Okay.
had to pick one, they would be my all-time favorite band.
Awesome. I haven't heard of them. What type of style do they do?
They're a southern rock band.
Southern rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. A little bit of a tricky question, but why should new listeners listen to your music?
I think listeners should actually listen to my music because being from a different country and writing country music, I feel like I bring a unique perspective to country music, which is a strange little combination of things. But yeah, I feel like I add a Mediterranean twist to some of my songs, which can be cool.
A Mediterranean twist. That's awesome. Speaking of, like, when I first met you, I thought that was like a really cool story. You kind of being into music and whatnot, and then I found out that you were into country. But yeah, not from here, but you know, country's kind of like a global thing nowadays.
Right. Yeah.
Speaking of music and songwriting, do you have any sort of habits, or like what's your overall writing process?
I think that's always a funny question because I actually don't have a writing process. It's always maybe not always, but a lot of the times it varies. Like I don't have one specific way in which I start. Sometimes it can be like I get this random lyric idea, and the one thing that is consistent is that the melody and the lyrics are the same thing to me musically when I'm writing.
Okay.
So like the lyrics carry the melody and the melody carry the lyrics. I rarely come up with them separately, but it'll usually be like I come up with a random lyric and melody idea while I'm doing a random daily task or while I'm at school or driving or whatever, and then I'll go home and then from that I'll just write a song out of it, or I'm going through something emotionally and then writing it is my way of processing it.
Okay.
But it varies, it's not one set way.
Yeah, when you're in those moments, is that like, you know, I'm at work or I'm doing dishes or, you know, whatever you're doing, taking out the trash, is that, you know, okay, I have this idea, I write it down immediately, like, what does that look like?
Usually I like record a voice memo of my phone on my phone, which when I'm alone it feels fine, but sometimes I feel like a crazy person when I'm just walking around Walmart singing into my phone so I don't forget an idea.
Right.
But yeah, that's usually how I do it.
Okay. No, that's super awesome. What's the favorite show that you've ever had?
Oh, probably when I was 15, me and my band back home got to play Gibraltar Music Festival, which we had the chance to open up the main stage and open up for Ricky Martin, which was a very random show. Yeah. But it was awesome because it was the first time I had played like a big stage. Yeah. To where like people were like a couple of feet down. Mm-hmm. And we had I remember turning back and seeing like the big screen behind me say the Layla Rose band, and I was like, wow, like this is what I want to do forever.
Yeah. That makes me think. I feel like every artist has several of these moments where maybe I haven't made it all the way, but like you get that like marker where you're like, oh, dude, like this happened.
Yeah.
Like that's a step. Like I'm gonna remember that for a while.
Yeah, it just stays imprinted in your brain forever.
And final question, do you have any upcoming shows, any music that you're releasing, anything that you just kind of want to share with people?
Yeah. So I'm playing on November 1st. I'm playing my first writers round with the Nashville tour stop. Okay. Which that I'm super excited about. And I actually have a new single coming out on October 25th, which I'm super excited to finally get out there. It's been a few months since I released the song, and I've actually been super excited about sharing this one specifically for months now.
Okay, awesome, sweet. What's the title?
Oh, When You're Wasted. I should have said that.
When You're Wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give us a little bit about what the song's about?
Yes. So this song is actually about. I wrote the first verse and the chorus of this song in the span of like 5 minutes, because it was, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but it was like I word vomited out the entire first verse, and then I was like, oh, I need to finish this right now.
Yeah.
And it was like February, so it was cold, and my friend was knocking on the front door, but I couldn't answer the door because I was like, if I don't get all of this out right now, I'm never gonna get it back.
Yeah.
I wrote it pretty quickly, but it's basically about when you're kind of dating someone, but they forget about you all throughout the week and only hit you up when they're drinking on a Friday night.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately relatable.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's When You're Wasted.
Okay, awesome. Give us the title again, and when is it coming out?
When You're Wasted, October 25th, under Layla Rose.
Awesome. Well, sweet. Thank you so much, Layla. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.